So my name is Sean Glover. I'm a principal engineer at Lightbend, and I work out of a office in Toronto, Canada. I'm one of two employees that are currently in Toronto. I have been the only one, but Lightbend's a very distributed company, so we hail from lots of different cities across the world. So I work on the fast data platform team at Lightbend, and this is a commercial product. It's sort of like a data stack offering like Cloudera or Hortonworks, specifically for fast data or building streaming platforms. So we support a variety of stream processors, including Spark, Flink, Kafka streams, and Akka streams, which is built by Lightbend. And my role on the team is to focus on Kafka and the Kafka ecosystem. So I get involved in the ecosystem. I contribute to Kafka itself, reactive Kafka, Alpaca Kafka, StreamZ, and other tools in the space. Probably pipelines, since I deal with messaging systems all the time, specifically Kafka. We also have a commercial product at Lightbend called Fast Data Pipelines, which should be released in the new year. And it's all about bringing together stream processors into one kind of cohesive streaming platform. So I've started working on that team as well. So the pipelines track is probably the most interest to me. So my talk's all about Alpaca Kafka, which is basically a Akka Streams connector for Kafka. It's started as a software, a company called Software Mill started it, and then the Akka team identified it as a really influential project and brought it into the Akka GitHub org. So my talk's all about using Alpaca Kafka as sort of the starting point of pipelines that you build for streaming systems, and also get into some of the guts of Kafka, like consumer groups and transactional exactly once semantics within Kafka, and some other things, and how to use Alpaca Kafka to best use these features. That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. I haven't had a good look at the schedule yet, but basically anything, programming models. I'm really interested in all the tracks, so I'll probably be spreading my time across all of them, so I don't really have a good answer for that. Yeah, so I've been a professional software engineer for about 12 years now. Started in the .NET space and C# space, at least professionally, and had the opportunity to switch to Scala at a nice kind of web startup that gave us a lot of options and different technologies to choose. So this was about 5 years ago, or I guess like 8 years ago now, and the first kind of gateway drug for Scala for me was the Play web framework, and I really just love the diversity of language features available in Scala. It's probably more than any other language that I know of, and it's always a constant learning exercise to learn more about different things to do in Scala and functional programming. I don't consider myself a master by any means, because there's so much you can learn, and that's what keeps me coming back to Scala and evangelizing it to my peers. Well, I've heard of Scala by the Bay and Scala by the Bay for a number of years. A lot of Scala luminaries have come through and spoken at this conference, so I, I really wanted to sort of follow in their footsteps and get involved here in some capacity. So I was really happy to hear my proposal was accepted, so I could speak here. And yeah, it's a great all-around conference for Scala, but also building data platforms. So you kind of get it's a good conference for me because I'm interested in pretty much everything that's being talked about here.